The Scorpio man, the enigma you think you know, but never truly do. People often assume they have the Scorpio man all figured out. They see a composed exterior, a quiet presence, an intense gaze, and immediately decide they've uncovered his essence. But anyone who has truly known a Scorpio man will tell you the same thing: you only ever see the version he allows you to see. And strangely enough, that version is often the least interesting part of him. A Scorpio man carries layers, some visible, many hidden, and a few even he is still learning to understand. He doesn't reveal himself through loud emotions, dramatic expressions, or constant explanations. He reveals himself through patterns that unfold slowly, through actions that speak louder than declarations, and through the rare moments when he lets his guard drop long enough for you to glimpse what's underneath. On the surface, he appears calm, almost unreadable. But beneath that stillness is a mind constantly processing, analyzing, and connecting threads others overlook. While you speak, he listens not only to your words, but to the tone behind them, the silences between them, and the energy you carry into the space. He doesn't just hear you, he reads you. And he does it effortlessly. It's not deliberate intimidation. It's simply how his presence works. People can't help but feel seen by him, sometimes more deeply than they see themselves. And that alone makes him both magnetic and unsettling. Most zodiac signs present their emotions outwardly. Scorpio does the opposite. He filters, protects, conceals, and selectively reveals. He treats connection like something sacred, not meant for careless hands, not meant for people who lack the depth to appreciate it. Every person who enters his world must pass through an unspoken series of checkpoints. And he won't admit it, but they are strict. He's not distant because he doesn't care. He's distant because he cares too much to expose himself to the wrong person. He's not silent because he has nothing to say. He's silent because he's evaluating what's worth saying, and who deserves to hear it. He's not guarded because he's cold. He's guarded because he feels everything with an intensity most people couldn't handle. The truth about the Scorpio man, the truth most never see, is that he is deeply emotional. Not emotional in a chaotic or reckless way, but emotional in a profound, anchored, almost spiritual way. He loves harder, hurts deeper, attaches stronger, and heals slower than nearly any other sign. His emotions are not small ripples, they are waves that move through his entire being. But he rarely shows this. Why? Because vulnerability, to him, is not a casual experience. It's something powerful, raw, and transformative. And he refuses to give it to anyone who doesn't treat it with respect. When he chooses to trust someone, it means they have met his depth with their own. It means they've shown consistency, transparency, emotional honesty, and presence, qualities he values more than charm, beauty, or superficial chemistry. A Scorpio man doesn't open up gradually. He opens up when he's sure. And when he does, the shift is noticeable. Suddenly, the silence becomes soft instead of distant. The intensity turns protective instead of guarded. The directness becomes comforting instead of intimidating. This is the rare version of him that only a few people ever experience. But even then, you will never fully map him. A Scorpio man always reserves a part of himself, a private emotional sanctuary, where he processes his thoughts and recharges his soul. This isn't secrecy for secrecy's sake. It's how he maintains his strength, clarity, and emotional equilibrium. Even the person he loves most will never have full access to every corner of his mind. And in a way, that's part of his allure. He lives in a world of contrast. He is intense, yet patient. Private, yet deeply loyal. Observant, yet hard to read. Strong-willed, yet surprisingly sensitive beneath it all. Dominant in energy, yet gentle in the moments that matter most. This duality is what makes him unforgettable. Being with a Scorpio man means stepping into a dynamic that constantly evolves. He will challenge you, inspire you, test you, support you, and transform you, sometimes without saying a word. His presence alone has a way of revealing who you truly are. He notices your strengths before you do. He sees your wounds before you speak of them. He understands your patterns faster than you expect. And he never forgets anything, neither the kindness you gave when no one was watching, nor the hurt you caused when you thought he wasn't paying attention. His loyalty is absolute, but so is his memory. People often mistake him for being controlling. But control is not his intention, clarity is. He wants to understand things at their core, including you. Surface-level interactions hold no appeal for him. He craves meaning, connection, emotional truth, and depth that goes beyond what most people are willing to offer. He's not impressed by clichés, performative affection, or hollow promises. He values presence over words, integrity over perfection, and authenticity over everything else. When he loves fearlessly, but not foolishly. He chooses carefully. He invests fully. He commits fiercely. And once he's in, he doesn't waver easily. His devotion is the kind that makes you feel chosen, protected, understood, and emotionally safe in a way few other men can create. But earning that devotion requires resilience. A Scorpio man will challenge your emotional honesty, your patience, your communication, and your ability to stand in your truth without running away. Not because he wants conflict, but because he wants to know whether you can handle him, and whether you can handle yourself in the process. His relationships are not for the faint-hearted. They're for the self-aware. The emotionally courageous. The deeply authentic. And here's what makes him truly fascinating. Even if you spend years with him, there will always be new layers to discover. Small details he reveals unexpectedly. Moments of vulnerability he didn't plan. A softness that shows up in flashes. A deeper commitment that unfolds quietly rather than dramatically. He is not a man you master. He is a man you learn continuously. And each layer only makes the next more intriguing. A Scorpio man is a puzzle, a storm, a sanctuary, a mirror, and a revelation. He is not always easy, but he is always meaningful. The connection he builds is intense, transformative, and unforgettable. Most people think they want a Scorpio man. But only those who crave authenticity, emotional intensity, unwavering loyalty, and soul-level connection can hold a place in his life. Because a Scorpio man isn't for everyone. He's for the rare few who can meet the depth he never shows the world.